Let's see if we can get an actual game on one of these, like, failed attempts. This one might be an attempt that's worth noting. Science Fantasy Relic made for a 2025 7DRL challenge. Made by Renquinzius and also by Republic of Rice. We got 2 people for this one. Sword and Circuitry. The sun hardly rises anymore. Demons ravage the countryside, raiding and destroying any settlement without great enough fortification. One of the last starring bastions of civilization, Sakat, straddles the boundary of a harsh wilderness that grows by the day. There is rumor about the commoners that in ancient days the great city was built to contain the demons, its corridors sealed with elaborate magics and littered with valuable artifacts. And so, the king of Sakat offers a royal bounty to any brave warrior who can delve the dust of the ancient city, unravel the secrets, and return alive. Movement is with arrow keys or numpad. Confirm weight with spacebar, numpad 5 for enter. Back with backspace escape numpad, menu with shift. Tips: bump doors to open them, bump the wall next to them to close them. So that's sort of like, context, alright? Simplistic. Waiting for a few turns will restore your HP, but will consume some food. Collecting gold from enemies will restore your hunger value. This is not a complete game. It amounts to a demo of the first level. I plan on keeping this alive after 7DRL Jam, so any feedback is welcome. Devlog coming in days following a jam. So there's like the programmer, and this guy's responsible for like sound design, music, and then special thanks to Orange Design Lab for additional sound effects. So he's got like 7DRL build, and he's got like 0.02 build, what he's be playing here. This apparently has bug fixes, made it kind of more fluid. Added WAS for movement, so that's nice to see. Numpad period is a resting option. I'm not really sure why I used the period, but okay, why not? Yeah, I know some people basically do it, so that's the thing. The game now sets simultaneous up, right, up, left, down, right inputs for diagonal movement. So apparently didn't have diagonals before, maybe. Taking a week off, it's fine. So I'll play your game and see how it basically goes. Probably should extract it too, but whatever. No readme, so in we go. So you got title screen and a little bit of music. Very, very nice. So you can call yourself Sheeran, but let's just say we're, DFuxa. Excuse me. Falling asleep waiting for this to load, apparently. You might want to have like a proper loading bar, by the way, just to sort of like show progress here. But whatever. Floor 1, level 1, HP 16 of 16, food of 100. So let's go down. Storehouse, okay. Ouch. Ouch. Very nice graphics, by the way. So DFuxa hit the fly. Okay, the message not going by that fast is kind of annoying, just so you know. It's not like you have to have it like fixed, but there probably should be like a key to open so you can actually see like your message log. So kill the fly, gain 5 experience. There's our food going up. Ouch. The period isn't working, by the way. Okay, killed the kobold. I really like the graphics, probably, because you basically have like different, like, graphics for like all their different, like, things here. So I crit the kobold apparently. I'll note by the way that closing doors, like, you know, this would be impossible to close from like this side over here, which you know, your current moveset. And yes, you have walls for like movement, but you know, this might be an you know, an indication where like, you know, oh, shift, you know, you can use shift basically like, you know, look at stuff, right? So strength 6, dexterity 5, intelligence 4, wisdom for, you know, right there. So I got slash, bash, pierce. Turns, basically gone 113 turns so far. What did I click to get that like information, by the way? Shift. How do you quit, by the way, from like this like screen here? Probably like space maybe, but you know. Okay, spacebar skips your turn for you, at least. This is an imp, apparently. There goes the imp. I wonder if I could possibly restore your HP or anything like that some way. Whatever. There goes the kobold. Alright, so thank you for playing. This game is brought to you by, like, you know, the person, so obviously it's a little bit short, but, you know, oh well. So let's just see how, like, you know, the quit basically works there. Maybe I'll try exploring outside a little bit too. I'll note basically this game has astonishingly good aesthetics for, like, you know, 7DRL, just to throw it out there, so I mean, your control scheme maybe needs a little bit of work, but you know, it's good enough that, you know, I would give you a 3 for at least. So this is randomized. What does slash, bash, and pierce mean over here, by the way? But, you know, I guess that's information that's not really too needed here. So we got ooze here. I'll note the graphics, like, for these, like, you know, I guess hedges is a little bit hard to see, so you probably want to have a different color than, like, you know, the darkest color you have right there. I guess the oozes can move pretty fast. You know, I might get myself killed just like, you know, my enemies fight me to see what, you know, happens. pressing 5 doesn't seem to wait, by the way. Like, but pressing like enter in space too. All right, so there we go. We finally died. Somehow I got my HP back there for like maybe like this like gradual time. All right, so there we go. We quit. So overall, I'm like quite impressed with like that like failure, for example. Some things I think could be a little bit better. I mean, I can understand why you basically have like bump into the walls to sort of like close the door, but it kind of feels like you should have like the C button for like closing itself. But obviously it's like the stack perhaps you're like aiming for. Someone said like mystery dungeon. I assume that's basically like perhaps something from that, but whatever. Waiting for a few turns to restore HP, but will consume food. So that's basically how waiting basically works for HP. I didn't really read that, but whatever. All right, well, hopefully you guys basically enjoyed it, and best of luck if you get making more of a game. Take care.